Have your legs started feeling heavier, weaker, or sore? Are simple activities like walking, standing for a while, or climbing stairs starting to feel more difficult? If so, don't ignore it. What I'm about to reveal might surprise you. It could be the hidden reason behind your leg weakness. Believe it or not, certain foods, and even two vitamins most people think are healthy, may actually be making the problem worse. A specific combination of nutrients and daily habits could be draining your leg strength, making your muscles weaker, your joints stiffer, and your legs feel unsteady or painful. The most alarming part? These threats are hidden in your everyday routine. With every bite or sip, you could be feeding the weakness you're trying to avoid. And those two vitamins you may be faithfully taking, hoping to stay strong and healthy, they might be doing the opposite, speeding up muscle loss and weakening your legs, even though you bought them with the best intentions. In this video, I'll uncover the real truth behind these vitamins and certain foods. You'll learn what's truly behind recurring fatigue, swelling, stiffness, and leg pain. Most importantly, you'll discover what changes you need to make to regain your energy, strength, and independence. If you want to stay strong and mobile as you age, you'll want to stay with me till the end. Let's start with something most of us enjoy: sweets and sugary desserts. While they bring comfort and joy after 60, they can quietly work against your leg health. Too much refined sugar triggers inflammation throughout the body, especially in the joints and muscles. This constant inflammation makes your legs more prone to pain, stiffness, and weakness. Sugar also increases insulin resistance, which reduces how efficiently your muscles use energy. Without energy, muscles weaken. On top of that, sugar contributes to weight gain. Every extra pound adds pressure to your legs, overworking your joints and muscles. This added strain accelerates wear and tear, making leg weakness worse. For older adults who naturally lose muscle mass with age, this added pressure is even more harmful. Sugar also leads to more toxins in the body, worsening inflammation. The more inflamed your body is, the harder it becomes to keep your legs strong and pain-free. Did you know sugar affects your blood circulation too? Too much sugar can damage your blood vessels and reduce circulation to your lower limbs. That means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reach your leg muscles, slowing down repair and recovery. That sweet treat might not be worth the price your legs will pay. Lastly, sugary foods lack the nutrients your muscles need, like protein and magnesium. These are empty calories that don't support your body. Over time, this kind of diet speeds up muscle loss, which is one of the biggest threats to mobility in older age. If your legs are starting to feel weaker, the cause might be as simple as that slice of pie or piece of cake you enjoy. What seems like a harmless treat could slowly be stealing your strength and independence. Most packaged sweets don't just contain sugar. They also include chemical additives like dyes and preservatives that fuel inflammation in your body. These artificial ingredients disrupt your body's natural balance and directly affect your muscles. When combined with sugar, they create a harmful mix that weakens your legs. One smart step is to start replacing these desserts with healthier options, like fruit sprinkled with cinnamon or homemade treats with less sugar. You don't have to give up desserts. Just make smarter choices that support your health. Your legs and your taste buds will thank you for it. Next, fried foods. Fries may be delicious, but after 60, they come at a serious cost. Foods like fries, donuts, and nuggets are full of trans and saturated fats, which increase inflammation in the body. This directly affects your joints and muscles, making your legs stiffer, more painful, and more prone to injury. These unhealthy fats also reduce blood flow, which means your muscles get less oxygen and nutrients. Poor circulation slows healing and weakens your body. Over time, it leads to blocked blood vessels, making it even harder for your legs to get what they need to stay strong and flexible. Donuts, nuggets, fries. These favorites are among the worst offenders. Before I continue, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from. And if you're learning something new, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update from Senior Health. If you're still with me, type 1 in the comments if this makes sense to you, or 0 if not. Because the truth is, when you eat fried foods regularly, they put a huge burden on your muscles and circulation. The taste simply isn't worth the damage. Ever notice your legs feeling heavy or sore after a fried meal? That's your body reacting to the harmful fats. Fried foods are also hard to digest. Your body spends so much energy breaking them down that there's less energy left for your muscles. This can leave your legs feeling tired and sluggish. Eating fried foods often can also lead to weight gain, which puts even more pressure on your legs and joints. And once it becomes a habit, it's tough to break. Worse still, fried foods lack important nutrients like protein, vitamins, and minerals that support muscle strength. A diet filled with fried food causes imbalances in the body and contributes to muscle loss. Less muscle means less stability in your legs, making it harder to walk, climb stairs, or carry weight safely. One simple way to protect your mobility is to reduce or avoid fried foods. Choosing better cooking methods like baking or air frying can make a big difference for your legs and your long-term health. Now let's talk about white bread. White bread is a common part of many meals, but it can be harmful, especially after 60. It's made from refined flour, which means most of the fiber and nutrients have been stripped away. This turns it into a fast-burning carb that spikes your blood sugar. These sugar spikes can leave your muscles feeling weak and tired. Because white bread is low in fiber and has a high glycemic index, it can also increase insulin resistance. This makes it harder for your muscles to absorb the energy they need. When muscles don't get enough fuel, they lose strength. Over time, this can lead to muscle loss, a condition that naturally increases with age. That means white bread is not as harmless as it seems. It doesn't just affect your blood sugar. It also lacks the protein and minerals your muscles need to recover and stay strong. As we age, getting enough protein becomes even more important to prevent muscle loss, also known as sarcopenia. Relying solely on white bread and ignoring alternative protein sources is a nutritional misstep that gradually drains the body's strength. Over time, this habit can lead to weak, fatigue, and unsteady legs. White bread not only offers little nourishment, but when eaten with butter, cheese, or sugary treats, it also contributes to weight gain. Excess weight puts extra stress on the legs, which naturally become more delicate with age. This added strain often results in discomfort, swelling, and a higher risk of injury. Rather than supporting the body, white bread can reduce mobility. While it may seem harmless in small amounts, it's a long-term pattern of poor food choices that causes the most damage. Thankfully, there are healthier, nutrient-rich alternatives. Breads made with whole grains like oats, flaxseed, or rye, especially when naturally fermented, are packed with fiber and essential nutrients. These types of bread help build stronger muscles, support digestion, and regulate blood sugar levels. When paired with protein and healthy fats, such as eggs or avocado, they contribute to well-balanced meals. You don't have to stop eating bread. Just make smarter choices. Later in this video, I'll also reveal 2 vitamins that could be weakening your legs. As we age, especially past 60, alcohol consumption becomes increasingly harmful to leg and joint health. The body's ability to process alcohol declines, leading to more pronounced negative effects. One major consequence is the reduced absorption of important minerals like calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Without these nutrients, muscles deteriorate and bones become more fragile, raising the risk of fractures and falls. Alcohol also interferes with muscle repair, meaning the body takes longer to recover after activity, resulting in prolonged soreness, fatigue, and greater risk of injury. In addition, alcohol causes dehydration, which tightens muscles and triggers painful leg cramps. It also disrupts liver function, which is essential for producing the compounds that keep tissue healthy. Weight gain is another concern, as alcoholic beverages are high in calories and promote fat storage around the belly, even in moderate amounts. This extra weight burdens the joints and legs, reducing ease of movement. Combined with the natural decline in muscle mass with age, this can seriously affect mobility and overall well-being. If you've ever woken up sore and tired after drinking, that's a clear sign of the strain alcohol puts on your muscles and joints. Frequent drinking increases inflammation in the body, intensifying pain and reducing motivation to stay active. Over time, this leads to a significant drop in physical vitality. And soon, I'll share the 2 specific vitamins that could also be compromising your leg strength. Many people turn to processed meats out of convenience, but these foods carry serious risks for leg health, especially in older adults. Items like bacon, ham, and sausages are high in sodium and preservatives, which contribute to ongoing inflammation. This inflammation affects the joints and causes lasting discomfort in the legs, knees, and ankles. These meats may also explain the stiffness some feel in the morning. On top of that, their high saturated fat content limits blood flow to the muscles, raises bad cholesterol, and reduces overall circulation. Poor blood flow deprives the legs of the oxygen and nutrients they need, weakening them over time. This slow decline in strength can make everyday tasks more difficult. Processed meats also lead to toxin buildup in the body, putting added strain on the liver and kidneys. These organs play a crucial role in removing harmful substances, and when they're overworked, muscle fatigue and weakness become more pronounced. Preservatives found in processed meats have also been shown to interfere with how the body processes glucose, reducing the energy muscles can draw on. This often translates into persistent tiredness and a heavy sensation in the legs. While these foods might seem like a convenient choice, especially for older adults, this stage of life demands greater nutritional care, not less. The price of convenience can be a lower quality of life. Opting for healthier protein sources like eggs, chicken, fish, or lean cuts of beef is an essential move toward preserving muscle strength and overall vitality. Simple swaps can make a big difference. Use avocado or olive oil instead of bacon. Replace sausage with cooked eggs, or use shredded chicken in place of ham. With these small dietary shifts, the body begins to respond. Legs feel lighter, movement becomes easier, and energy returns. Choosing wisely between short-term pleasure and long-term mobility is a worthwhile trade-off. Instant noodles, though appealing for their ease, pose serious health concerns, especially for those over 60. Made mostly from refined flour and loaded with artificial additives, they offer very little nutrition. These quick meals are high in calories but low in fiber, protein, and essential micronutrients, key elements of maintaining muscle mass. One of the most harmful features of instant noodles is their excessive sodium content. Just one serving can provide more than half of your recommended daily intake. High sodium levels lead to water retention, which can leave the legs feeling swollen and sore. It also elevates blood pressure, making it harder for muscles to receive the oxygen and nutrients they need. As blood flow diminishes, muscles weaken and recover more slowly from physical activity. The flavor packets that come with these noodles add another layer of concern. They often include preservatives, artificial colors, and MSG, ingredients linked to chronic inflammation. Even mild inflammation can impair joint movement and speed up muscle breakdown. Over time, this can lead to regular stiffness, pain, and reduced mobility. These meals also negatively impact metabolism. Because they lack fiber, their high glycemic index causes spikes in blood sugar, which destabilizes insulin function and prevents muscles from efficiently using energy. When energy can't be properly delivered to the muscles, fatigue sets in faster. Even a short walk can become difficult. The convenience of processed food hides long-term damage. The same is true of packaged cakes, which often smell like nostalgia but are filled with ingredients that threaten leg health, especially later in life. These industrial cakes are loaded with refined sugars, hydrogenated fats, and synthetic preservatives that disturb metabolic balance and provoke inflammation. Sugar, in particular, interferes with insulin and contributes to fat accumulation, creating a metabolic environment that's unfavorable for muscle maintenance. Another major concern is the presence of trans fats, added to improve taste and shelf life. These fats reduce good cholesterol, increase bad cholesterol, and restrict blood flow. As circulation slows, the legs are deprived of vital nutrients, which gradually weakens the muscles. Over time, this can result in a loss of muscle mass, joint stiffness, and increased difficulty with basic movement. Regular consumption of these cakes is also tied to chronic inflammation, one of the primary drivers of joint pain and muscle fatigue. Additives such as emulsifiers, stabilizers, and artificial dyes further disrupt the immune system, triggering inflammatory responses that often target the leg joints. The result is more pain, less movement, and a vicious cycle of inactivity that worsens muscle loss. Despite their pleasant flavor, these cakes offer very little nutritional value. They're high in calories yet lacking in essential nutrients like protein, calcium, and magnesium, nutrients that are crucial for maintaining strong muscles and bones. Eating them regularly is like trying to fuel your engine with contaminated gas. And in this case, your muscles are the engine, Instead of running smoothly, they begin to falter. Exhaustion, stiffness, and weakness set in. Too often, we let convenience guide our food choices without realizing the long-term cost. But even something like a homemade cake, using whole grain flours, fresh fruits, and natural oils, can be nearly as easy to make and dramatically better for your health. The difference lies not just in how the food tastes, but in how it supports your body over time. Making thoughtful choices now can protect your energy, strength, and mobility in the years ahead. Your muscles will thank you for every wise food choice you make, especially as you begin to retrain your taste buds. Let's talk about one of the surprising enemies of strong legs: ultra-processed cheese. That includes cheese spreads, slices, and melted options that may seem tasty and convenient, but are actually harmful, especially for people over 60 trying to stay mobile and independent. These processed cheeses are packed with sodium and unhealthy saturated fats. Sodium causes your body to hold on to water, which raises your blood pressure. Saturated fat stiffens your blood vessels, making it harder for blood to flow properly. This combination can leave your legs feeling swollen, heavy, and sore. Worse still, these cheeses often contain additives like preservatives and phosphates, which can throw off your body's mineral balance, particularly calcium and magnesium, two minerals that are essential for muscle movement and strong bones. When your body can't absorb them properly, you may begin to notice muscle fatigue, joint aches, and leg cramps, especially at night. The problem is, unlike traditional cheeses that retain their nutrients, these processed ones are stripped of high-quality proteins during manufacturing. So, while you're eating calories, your muscles aren't getting the amino acids they need to stay strong. Muscle loss is one of the biggest reasons older adults lose their independence. Have you ever noticed feeling heavy or sluggish after a meal full of processed foods? That's not just in your head. It's your body reacting to inflammation and mineral loss caused by these foods. Over time, your bones weaken and your muscles lose strength. Simple things like walking across a room or climbing stairs start to feel harder. And believe it or not, something as small as the type of cheese you eat could be contributing to that. A smarter swap? Choose less processed options like ricotta, cottage cheese, or fresh cheese spreads. They're easier on your body and kinder to your legs. And we're just getting to the most important part. The two worst vitamins for leg strength are coming up. But first, let's talk about industrial ice cream, another popular food that silently weakens your legs, especially after 60. It might feel like a sweet treat on hot days, but these ice creams are loaded with sugar and saturated fat, two things that fuel inflammation and spike your blood sugar. Here's what happens. Sugar causes a quick energy boost followed by a sharp crash, leaving your muscles drained and your legs feeling heavy or shaky. Plus, the saturated fat in low-quality ice cream slows blood flow. That means oxygen struggles to reach your lower limbs, causing tingling, numbness, and even frequent cramps. Over time, poor circulation can lead to serious muscle loss, reduced mobility, and a higher chance of falls. And while we might think we're just enjoying dessert, we're actually feeding inflammation. Many industrial ice creams are also full of chemicals, like artificial colors, emulsifiers, and thickeners, that only make things worse. One of the biggest hidden threats to your joints and muscles is silent inflammation. It builds up slowly from eating certain everyday foods. These foods don't just upset your stomach or hormones. They also block your body from absorbing key nutrients that your muscles need to stay strong. And without the right nutrition, your body slowly loses its strength and stability. Now, here's something even more alarming. Many of these foods don't offer any real benefits. They're packed with empty calories that don't build muscle, repair tissue, or nourish your joints. So, even after eating them, you're still tired, and sometimes even more drained than before. Over time, your legs may start feeling less firm, more sore, and less able to keep up with everyday activities. Every bite becomes a missed opportunity to fuel your body. Take milk chocolate, for example. Whether it's a midday treat or dessert, many people eat it daily without realizing how harmful it can be, especially after 60. Milk chocolate is loaded with sugar and bad fats, both of which trigger inflammation in the body. That inflammation targets your joints and muscles. The sugar spikes your blood sugar and drops it quickly, while the fat clogs up your circulation. Together, they weaken your muscles and steal your energy. Even worse, Most store-bought chocolates have very little real cocoa, the part with the powerful antioxidants your body actually needs. Instead, they're filled with preservatives, chemicals, and fake sweeteners. These not only harm your liver and pancreas, but also make it harder for your body to absorb muscle-strengthening nutrients. This leaves the legs to feel tired, stiff, and sore. Your energy crashes. Your muscles struggle to hold on to strength, and belly fat increases, putting even more pressure on your lower body. Over time, this extra weight makes your knees, hips, and ankles wear out faster. But not all chocolate is bad. If you love a treat, opt for dark chocolate with high cocoa content. It's full of antioxidants and flavonoids that can actually help improve blood flow and support your muscles. The key is to enjoy it in moderation and choose quality over convenience. Let's talk about canned foods, so easy to use, yet so dangerous in the long run. Many canned items are packed with chemicals like sodium benzoate and nitrites and artificial colors. These additives cause serious inflammation and disrupt both muscle and blood vessel function. If you eat canned foods often, your muscles may struggle to recover and your blood flow may weaken. The excess salt in these items causes water retention, making your legs feel swollen, heavy, and uncomfortable. For people with high blood pressure, this is even more serious. Plus, the heavy salt load taxes your heart and blocks vital nutrients from reaching your muscles. And let's not forget the loss of nutrition. Even canned vegetables and meats lose most of their original vitamins during processing. What you're left with is a meal full of chemicals but very few nutrients. This toxic buildup drains your energy and weakens muscle function. And over time, even aluminum in some cans can build up in the body and affect the nervous system and muscles. This increases your risk of poor balance, falls, and long-term weakness. To stay mobile and strong, choose fresh, frozen, or naturally preserved foods. Instead, cooking with whole, real ingredients, free from artificial additives, brings quick improvements to how your body feels. It's also one of the best ways to protect your independence and quality of life as you age. And just when you think industrial foods are the only culprits, there's more. Let's talk about filled cookies and processed snacks, a go-to treat for many people. But for anyone over 60, these snacks are silent destroyers of leg strength. They're full of artificial colors, flavors, preservatives, and stabilizers, all which stress your body and overwork your organs, especially the liver and kidneys. That disrupts your circulation and stops your body from absorbing the nutrients your muscles need. These snacks are also low in minerals, fiber, and protein, but high in calories. In simpler terms, they fill you up with junk and leave your body undernourished. That is a serious problem for older adults whose bodies don't store nutrients as easily anymore. Eating foods rich in sugar, trans fats, and salt only speeds up muscle loss. Trans fats, the synthetic fats in many processed snacks, are some of the worst culprits in today's diets. They clog arteries, block blood flow, and cut off oxygen and nutrients from your muscles. Poor circulation in your legs causes fatigue, weakness, and instability, and gradually, it leads to a quiet kind of fragility. Too much salt causes water retention and swelling in the legs. Swollen legs are a warning sign. Your diet and blood flow may be working against you. This combination of bad diet and poor circulation creates the perfect storm for chronic leg pain, varicose veins, and difficulty walking. Sometimes, what seems like an innocent snack, like cookies or small appetizers, can quietly damage your health. These foods cause blood sugar spikes, followed by sudden crashes, which leave you feeling tired and constantly hungry. Over time, this cycle drains your muscle energy and leads to weight gain. The more you rely on these processed snacks, the more your leg strength and daily mobility suffer. Switching to natural snack bars can already make a big difference. Now let's talk about another common problem: processed foods. From instant noodles and seasoning cubes to soup packets and frozen meals, these are often loaded with monosodium glutamate, MSG. This additive is used to enhance flavor, but it does much more to the body than just improve taste. For people over 60, regular MSG intake can harm the muscles, especially in the legs. MSG affects the nervous system and can disrupt the signals that help muscles contract. This can cause symptoms like muscle pain, headaches, tingling, and general fatigue. Over time, It leads to stiffness, heaviness, and even trembling in the legs. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to toxic chemicals like MSG, which can damage nerves and increase inflammation in muscles, joints, and blood vessels. This inflammation weakens muscle performance and affects blood flow, especially in the lower body. Poor circulation leads to cramping, weakness, and swelling in the legs. MSG also interferes with how muscles use glucose for energy. That means the muscles don't turn food into strength as efficiently, making it harder to do everyday things like walk or climb stairs. Over time, this can result in muscle loss and the need for assistance with basic tasks. Many people don't even realize how much MSG they're consuming. Food labels are often listed under different names, like flavor enhancer, yeast extract, or hydrolyzed protein, making it hard to spot. That's why choosing natural seasonings like herbs, garlic, onions, lemon juice, and olive oil is the smarter choice. Now, let's uncover 2 common vitamins that, if taken in excess, can quietly weaken your legs. First up, vitamin A. This vitamin is essential for vision, immunity, and healthy skin. But too much of it, especially from supplements, can cause muscle problems, especially in the legs and back. As we age, our bodies struggle to process excess vitamin A. It can build up in the liver and joints, causing inflammation in muscle tissues. This often shows up as unexplained pain that people confuse with joint or back issues. You might also feel weak or struggle to get up, walk, or climb stairs. High levels of vitamin A also block your body's ability to absorb minerals like magnesium and calcium. Without these, your muscles can't function properly, leading to fatigue, cramps, and spasms. In extreme cases, vitamin A overload can damage the liver and reduce your energy levels, affecting your ability to move. One serious consequence of too much vitamin A is bone thinning, especially in areas like the hips and legs that we depend on daily. This raises the risk of fractures, especially in people with weaker bones. That's why vitamin A supplements should only be used with a doctor's advice. Self-medication is one of the biggest reasons for vitamin A overload. You already get enough from foods like liver, eggs, milk, carrots, and pumpkin. A balanced diet usually makes supplements unnecessary. Taking extra from enriched foods or strong supplements only adds risk. That's why you need to count all sources of vitamin A, multivitamins included, and not just pills. Next, let's talk about vitamin D. It's known for supporting bone health and the immune system, and it's often recommended for older adults. But too much vitamin D, usually from supplements, can cause real problems. When vitamin D builds up in the body, a condition called hypervitaminosis D can occur. Muscle pain, weakness, and poor coordination are often the first signs. Since vitamin D is stored in fat, the body doesn't flush it out easily. Too much vitamin D raises calcium levels in the blood, hypercalcemia, leading to leg stiffness, cramps, burning sensations, and joint pain. It also affects how muscles and nerves communicate, making movement more difficult and uncomfortable. In some cases, extra vitamin D causes calcium to build up in soft tissues like muscles and tendons. This stiffens areas like your knees and thighs, making them painful and less flexible. What was supposed to protect your body now causes discomfort and restriction, especially in older adults taking high doses without a doctor's guidance. Large doses can also damage the kidneys, which are responsible for balancing minerals in your blood. Poor kidney function leads to muscle pain, weakness, and leg swelling. It becomes a cycle: more vitamin D, more calcium, worse kidneys, and weaker muscles. Always take vitamin D based on test results and a doctor's recommendation. Many people assume more is better, but too much can be just as harmful as too little. And when it comes to your legs, the result might be the loss of independence. If this was helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're here to help you live a healthier life and feel your best. Click the video currently playing on your screen. See you in the next video.